Hello and welcome to WMSV Channel 3.5 News. I'm Brighton.
And I'm Colleen.
And these are your top stories from Wednesday, November 18th, 2015.
A Barbie commercial that was released earlier this week features a boy playing with the Barbie dolls, and many people are not happy. Some argue that the Barbies will create an unrealistic image for boys when they become old enough to date girls. Others, who are against the Barbie Corporation in general, are angry simply because the Moschino Barbie that was advertised sold out in less than an hour of being released. However, the Moschino company can't be more excited about the revolutionary commercial, claiming that it will significantly help in the fight to end gender norms.
For the second time in a few short days, gunfire could be heard across the streets in Paris. The hunt for those behind Friday's deadly terror attacks has been underway for several days now. Yesterday, French authorities conducted a raid in Saint-Denis, a Paris suburb. During the raid, 2 of the suspects were killed, one of whom blew herself up, and 7 were arrested. Abdelhamid Aboud, the suspect ringleader behind the Paris attacks, may have been killed in the raid. However, French officials are waiting a DNA test to prove whether or not it was him. Following the raid, French Prime Minister Manuel Valls urged his fellow lawmakers to extend the nation's state of emergency for up to 3 months. Authorities are still not sure exactly how many people were involved in the Paris attacks, but several suspects have been detained in multiple countries.
That is such a tragedy. Horrible. President Obama's initiative to provide sanctuary for thousands of Syrian migrants into the United States is being rejected by 27 states. The governors of Alabama, Arkansas, Michigan, and Texas were the first to refuse Syrian migrants into their states. The decision by more than half of the 50 states came after French authorities revealed that at least one of the men behind the Paris terrorist attacks entered France disguised as a refugee. Alabama Governor Robert Bentley released a statement of Sunday saying, quote, "After full consideration of this weekend's attacks of terror on an innocent citizen in Paris, I will oppose any attempt to relocate Syrian refugees to Alabama through the U.S. Refugee Admissions Program," end quote. While more states may follow this sentiment, many in Germany's government are seriously considering ending the nation's open-door policy towards refugees. Since the first 4 states refused to house refugees, many presidential candidates have made statements on the issues, with some praising their decision and some calling it the exact opposite of what America stands for.
The daughter of the late actor Paul Walker, who passed away back in 2013, filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Porsche in September. After months of silence on the matter, Porsche has responded. The company stated that the vehicle in which Paul Walker was riding was abused and altered for being placed into the stream of commerce in a manner that was not reasonably foreseeable to Porsche Cars North America. The company went on to say that Walker's death and other injuries, damages, and others claimed were the result of his own comparative fault. The vehicle Walker was riding passenger in was traveling at speeds nearly double the speed limit when it swerved off the road. Porsche is outright denying responsibility for the deadly crash. However, Jeff Milam, the attorney of Walker's daughter, claims that the Porsche Carrera GT is a dangerous motor vehicle and does not belong on the streets.
More up-to-date news is next. I'm Colleen.
I'm Brighton.
We'll be right back.
MSV News.
Abdul Jamil Kokar, the owner of 9 Papa John's restaurants in New York City, has been arrested for underpaying his employees when they worked overtime. The state of New York enacts that minimum wage is $8.75 per hour, and when an employee works over 40 hours a week, they are required to be paid time and a half. However, these restaurants issued fake business records to make it seem as if the companies were paying overtime to some employees. They figured that this would hide their crimes. They were wrong.
That's just crazy.
I know, like,
I
feel so
I would be
gypped.
so mad if
You work
I worked
overtime at a
and didn't
pizza
get paid.
restaurant.
Just crazy. Germany's exhibition soccer match against the Netherlands was canceled less than 2 hours before kickoff on Tuesday, becoming the second game to be called off in 2 days in an increasingly edgy Europe. The cancellation of the game in Hanover, Germany, came after police found a suspicious object that allowed them to believe that there were plans to detonate an explosive device in the stadium, a stadium announcement that told fans who entered the stadium to leave. This evacuation came after an earlier incident also involving a suspicious package that caused a delay in the opening of the gates. German government officials said no explosive device had been found inside the stadium and no arrests had been made. The cancellation of the game 1 day after officials from Belgium's Soccer Federation called off a friendly with Spain that had been set for Tuesday in Brussels amid security concerns and after Spanish Federation.
The older brother of Salah Abdeslam, the man being hunted down for his alleged role in the Paris terrorist attacks last week, urged the suspect to turn himself over to authorities. "I would tell him to surrender. That's the best solution," Mahab Abdeslam said. "But of course, if he has something to do with it, he must accept responsibility." Authorities are combing through evidence as they try to track down the 26-year-old fugitive and others who were a part of the terrorist attack.
Come out and support your women's basketball team tonight as they take on the College of New Rochelle. The game will begin at 7 p.m. at the Peter J. Sharp Center, but make sure you arrive prior to tip-off as the members of last season's team will receive their rings in honor of making it to last season's NCAA tournament. Good luck tonight, ladies.
We're actually filming that.
Oh, really?
YouTube, so check it out.
That's awesome.
I forget our YouTube account right now. Not Media, I think, but Google it.
All right. We'll be right back after this quick break. We will not be back after this quick break. This weekend, the CMSV players will be putting on their production of Footloose, as it says on her shirt. For more on that, we have Alexis and Hayes.
Friday is the premiere of the production musical Footloose. Doors will open at 6:30, and students and outside guests can buy their tickets here at the front. And tickets are $5 for outside guests, $2 for students, and also they have T-shirts, and they look great. So while you're doing nothing and maybe just in your rooms, just watching Netflix, don't have any friends to hang out with because they all went home, just come watch the play. They'll be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But Sunday, it's at 2 o'clock. But hey, I'll be in the audience. I'm ready. Because you know what? I'm going to kick off my Sunday shoes. I'm going to get ready to dance. And I'm going to come watch this Footloose. Back to you guys in the studio.
This is awesome. Thank you for that, Alexis.
Oh, wait.
It's not
I guess
done?
It's not done.
Up next is sports with Dylan and Brian. I'm Brighton,
I'm Colleen.
and we'll be right back after this commercial break. Welcome back to WMSV News. Here's Dylan and Brian with your sports.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dylan Santos, alongside
Brian Ullman.
the New York Giants. You know what? I don't want to. They're 5-5. With a minute and 47 seconds left, they're up by 2. Giving the ball back to Tom Brady and the New England Patriots with no timeouts. The very first play from scrimmage in the fourth quarter, Brady underthrows his wide receiver. Landon Collins appears to have the interception. He catches the ball. He lands with the ball, but as when he landed straight on his back. He turns over. Ball pops out. You gave Brady more opportunities. You gave Brady a second chance. Brady drives down the field. Steven Gostkowski hits a 54-yard field goal. Patriots win 27-26. So instead of the Giants being 6-4 with a 2-game division lead, it's a one. They're 5-5 with a 1-game lead, and the New England Patriots move on to 9-0.
Tough loss.
Tough loss.
We still played great, you know. Tom Brady. We held Tom Brady less human, I guess you can say, throughout the beginning of the game. You know, we had the chance to put the game away so many times. We settled for field goals. We didn't get the stops we needed. You know, I mean, we lost the game. I don't think Patriots won it. Like, we lost the game.
This is probably the third time this season the Giants had the game won and lost it down the stretch. The first 2 games against the Cowboys in Atlanta, and now against the Patriots, and there's probably a plethora of other games the Giants should have won that they let it go.
Yes.
But this is what the Giants do. They make their lives difficult. They can't get it done. They can't make it easy for themselves. They can't smooth it out with a butter knife. They take a fork and mess it all up. But some way, they somehow get it done. Luckily, the NFC East is in a very weak position right now.
Yes.
The Cowboys are 2-7. The Redskins are 4-5. The Eagles are
4-5.
4-5 as well. Sam Bradford. Sorry, you have my boy Mark Sanchez coming in this week. Luckily, the Giants are in a position where the NFC East isn't that great. They have a bye this week. They just re-signed Hakeem Nicks. Victor Cruz out with the calf surgery. It's a big blow. Hopefully, Hakeem Nicks can come in and step in and produce like he did a couple of years ago with the Giants. You got hopefully a week off. Healthy Odell, healthy Ruben Randall, healthy Larry Donnell. You get more John Beeson back on the defensive side of the ball. Hopefully the Giants do something where they can just do something.
I think this bye week is coming right at the perfect time. You know, Prince is hurt. He should be back after the bye week. Our center, Rich Bird, got hurt last game. He should be back after the bye week. So I think the bye week is a perfect time. And then we come back and we play Washington, a huge division game. I feel like they had a good position. They control their own destiny. All they have to do is
literally
continuation.
control their own destiny. They have a tough game at Washington. Washington always plays us tough on the road. But hopefully the Giants go away. They have a tough schedule. They have the Jets. They have the Dolphins, they have the Panthers, and they have the Eagles one more time to close out the season at MetLife. The Giants control their own destiny. They win, and they're in the playoffs, and hopefully they can make something special happen in the playoffs.
Yes.
As for the New York Jets, they were last Thursday night at MetLife. It was Rex Ryan's return to MetLife against his old team, and the Jets coughed it up. Todd Bowles made a rookie mistake. He could have went for the field goal as the fourth quarter started. He went for it on 4th down. He missed it. Rex Ryan went and scored a touchdown, and then they tried to come back into it. They had the ball. The Jets had the ball with under 3 minutes left on the Bills' own 15, and the Jets couldn't pull into it. The Jets lose 22-17, and the AFC East is the Patriots are so far ahead of the AFC in general, especially with Peyton Manning having such a shell of himself with the injury in his foot. So basically, you're saying that the New England Patriots are the cream of the crop, not only in the AFC but in the NFL. The Jets are 5-4.
Yeah, 6-4.
The Bills are 4-5. The Dolphins had a big win against the Eagles. They're in the AFC East outside of the New England Patriots. Is you toss them in there, any team can make the playoffs. And if the Jets want to win games and win to the playoffs, they have had to win games like that. They play the Texans. The Texans are coming off a big win. They're beating the Cincinnati Bengals this week. I think the Jets are going to lose this game.
Yeah, I think the Jets lose as well. I feel like that division, they're all very good in their own way. You know, each division has potential to be good. You know, you have Miami with Ryan Tannehill, with Ndamukong Suh. You have the Bills, whose defense is great and who has a surprisingly good young quarterback now. And then you also have, who's the other team I'm missing? The Jets, whose defense is great. All they're missing is a quarterback. Like, each team has the potential to take it to the next level. They just have to figure out what it is that they're missing.
The Jets are so desperate for a quarterback that Ryan Fitzpatrick had thumb surgery Monday. He hasn't practiced all week, or he's been very limited to practice. But to avoid starting Geno Smith, their second-round overall pick a couple years ago, who has been atrocious, who's been a bust, which every NFL scout projected when that's why he didn't go number 1 overall a couple years ago, they don't want to start him. So this brings up the question next offseason, if the Jets don't make it to the playoffs, what they're going to do with Geno. Do they trade for Colin Kaepernick? Do they trade for Rob Griffin III? Both quarterbacks who are in terminal positions, who are really outstanding quarterbacks, and their projected positions are looking for new places. And the Jets, if I'm the Jets and I'm Woody Johnson and the GM, you have to say, we need a quarterback. Because Ryan Fitzpatrick is doing a great job. But that offensive line with those offensive weapons and the great Jet defense, you put Kaepernick or Robert Griffin III, the Jets are Super Bowl
Forget
contenders.
about Matthew Stafford, too, who might be available.
Matthew Stafford as well. This very tough positions to be in both New York sides. I think the Giants are a much clearer position because the Giants and the NFC East are just in tough situations. Moving on to basketball. This time last year, the New York Knicks were 2-8. This time they're 6-6. And you can honestly say, is the big difference the 4th overall pick, Kristaps Porzingis, who had a career night with 29 points and 11 rebounds, who's basically averaging a double-double every time he steps to the field. And steps into that court. He's providing a jolt of energy. The Knicks playing defense. The Knicks are getting hustle points. They're not getting a lot of second chance. They're getting a lot of second chance opportunities. They're not getting a lot of fast break points, but you could see that they're much more comfortable in the square that Kobe Bryant called it against the Lakers a couple weeks ago. The team is progressing. The team is playing a full 48-minute game. The team could have beat the Cavs twice. They should have beat the Hornets twice. They beat them yesterday, but they should have beat them in Charlotte.
Yes.
They should have beat the Cavs. They play 45-minute games. And when teams like that, they're not good. They're not great teams. They're above average teams.
Right.
And the Knicks are an above average team right now. And there should be no excuse why they shouldn't make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, there shouldn't be no excuse. The East is weak. Porzingis is he looks confident. Porzingis looks confident in the shot, even though his percentage is down. I feel like yesterday's game will be able to boost his confidence even more for him to continue shooting well in the process.
Porzingis Rookie of the Year.
Always.
That is all for us today. They play the Thunder on Friday.
Yes.
Big game. That is all for us today. As for Dylan Santos and
Brian Roman.
I send it back over to Brian.
And that's all the time we have for you today. But before we leave you, Colleen has a few words.
Come to Footloose. Bring your friends. Tell your mom. Friday, Saturday, 7 o'clock. Sunday, 2 o'clock. $2 for Mountain students. That's all I have to say.
All right, everybody, come support Footloose. Be sure to tune in on Monday for more. I take that back. Be sure to tune in on Friday for more up-to-date news. For now, I'm Brighton.
And I'm Colleen.
And have a great night.